Sold Palmer on Wildcard. FPL GM. Palmer is currently outscoring my team single-handedly. FPL Heisenberg. Wildcarded Palmer out for Saka. Faisal. FPL though, it's been a good journey. See you man next year. People are retiring from this season. Andy, hours and hours of wild card tinkering well spent so far. Look at this. Raya 1, Lewis 2, Gabriel 1, Mbomo 7, Saka 2, DCL 2, Haaland 4, Captained Haaland. The FPL newsletter. Like if your Game Week 5 team is outscoring your Game Week 6 team. Volo in the house. Tempted by a rage quit. Andy again. People off to check their double Arsenal clean sheet are in for a world of pain. Oh, what a day. When you capped Haaland after bringing him in for the first time on Wildcard along with double Arsenal defence. How's your wildcard going, Andy? Me. What do you say about a day like this? What can you possibly say about an FPL week like this? We're all flapping about David Raya for days. Gets a 1-pointer. Andy again. I own Gvardiol from the start. Wildcarded him out. He scores. Peak FPL. Peak FPL. I agree. Andy FPL mode. Paddy Power. They're in it as well. Please spare a moment for my FPL team after I made these transfers last night. Havertz in. Pedro out. Fair enough. Semenyo in. Palmer out. Oh, I think I'd give up. I think I would give up if this was me. I think this would be it for me. That's too much. Crate Digger. Eze must be my most disappointing FPL pick this season. An unmitigated disaster. And Mbomo coming in tonight. Whew. Well, guys, welcome to AlfPL, where strategies are dissected and dreams are built. It is Saturday evening. It is 9:03. Let's get into it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. What a pleasure to be here on this Saturday evening with you guys, talking about FPL, talking about the Prem. That was just a little taster of what we've got in store for this evening. Just a little taster. Let's have a look at see if some people are in the chat. Yes, Saribar, we got some people in the chat. That's fantastic. Welcome, everyone. Please, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say? It's going to be really lame. It's going to be really lame. It's going to be really, really lame. But please, give it a like. Please give it a subscribe. It really helps. Yelena is in the house. It's been a Yelena sort of day. Lewis, of course. Niall, yes. Duvois, of course he's here. Claire is here. Michael is here. Geddy is here. Ged Ashton. Some new names are here this evening. Jace is here. Ken, Mr. Bird. It's 5 a.m. for Ken. You got to give props to that sort of commitment to the FPL cause. FPL Don, yes. Onions, my new fave. Colm is here. Elite FPL raid. Unreal. Yes, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Banjo is here. Guys, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be dissecting all the pain from today. There is a lot to get through. There is a hell of a lot to get through. The pain is coming in thick and fast. We just did round 1. I got organised. Let me show you what's going on. I've done FPL Glory. I've got a section for the Palmer captainers. I've got FPL memes for the likes of Markin or Marcin. I don't know how to say his name. I keep asking him to come on the show, but he doesn't. And I got a sad FPL section. This is what we're doing this evening. Also, send me your teams. Tag me into your teams and I'll bring them on screen on the stream. I'll show you how to do it. Like Get FPL. Look, do this. So he said, looking forward to watching AlfPL live at 9 tonight. Tag me into your team. Or just like put me into a comment with your team. I'll bring it on screen and we'll talk about your score for the day. We'll talk about the pain. We'll talk about the glory and all that good stuff. Welcome to everyone who's here. Such a pleasure. I feel like we should just do another round of the sad. Should we do it? I'm going to do it because it's fun and it's been one of those days. Here we go. Right, where were we? We're Crate Digger. We got Roberto who's in the chat. Here we go. Let's bring out that violin. Here we go. Look, it's like a diary. It's like a diary entry from Roberto. Saturday, the 28th of September, 2024. The day of the launch of the Tame card. Here's the results so far. So Roberto, this is incredible work, I must just say. Like, I respect this amount of dedication. What I'm seeing here is that post Wildcard, game week 6, impact is a -1. That is tough. I think I've got that right. I would love to learn more about this, but that is rough, man. Hang in there. So look, Conta TBC. Right, okay, I see. After Wildcard, Flecken 2 and Bomo. Carvalho, what a pick Carvalho is. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, this is good stuff, man. Keep this up, I love it. We'll do it as a feature on the show. Just do it every week. Fantastic. Kloppy FPL at the beginning of the week considered Eze to Martinelli, but then thought to give Eze one more week. Martinelli, goal and assist, while Eze is doing F all. Peak FPL. I feel like peak FPL is like the term of the day today. I've got a list of things that I was going to just say, but I'm not going to do that. I feel like it's boring. Cali, Wildcard worked out perfectly. There is so much of this going around. People actually just wildcarded out Palmer today. People did that. FPL TAA, Trent, I suppose. Martinelli and McNeil, the two options I was considering bringing in for Minty and Eze. Didn't do any of them. Went for Savio instead. FPL, what a effing delight. So could have done Martinelli and McNeil for Minty and Eze. Didn't do them and went for Savio. Didn't even get any minutes today. Kelly Sommers. Imagine hosting a pod where thousands of people hear your FPL dilemmas, then hear you make transfers on the show, and then the transferred out player scores 4, and those thousands literally message you. It's the best job in the world, but come on, leave me be. Kelly, who I think might have an FPL podcast. I don't know Kelly. Should I know Kelly? Oh, I do actually recognise her. Okay. BBC Sport, England reporter. Wow, she's in it as well. Oh, okay, Kelly, yeah, she's on the FPL podcast. Right, sorry, got it. Ocean Samuel, can't even look at my FPL this weekend. 1.1 million rank change for FPL Fran. Oh, God. Is it the end of FPL Analytics, guys? Is this what we're seeing here? Dopey. For anyone feeling bad about their team this week, I activated my wildcard and missed today's deadline. Not sure I feel overly confident about my captaincy pick this week. Wheatley. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is so bad. Wheatley. I don't even know who that is. Goodness me. Oh, I love this game so much. So much. Okay, we're going to do some teams. Let's do that. Okay, people are sending their teams. That's fantastic. Great stuff. Tiggy's doing things. Onions has sent me his team. That's great. I think I've got to go down to Duvois, I think was the first to send me his team. Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Duvois, Moderator. Captain Salah saves my game week. Just Rage transferred. I think Eze out is what he says there. So Captain Salah, that's pretty decent, isn't it? And Bomo, this isn't too bad. Duvois, this isn't as bad as... I mean, this isn't great. But your rank's awesome. So, you know, just move on. It's all good. Also, I've got rid of Eze. Just so everyone is aware of my stuff. Okay, this is my current rank. I'm 2.1 mil. Not great, but I'm not too bothered at the moment. This hasn't been a great day for me. I'm half a mil down, which is great. I captained Saka. I was really hopeful of a Saka masterclass today, especially after Haaland blanked. It wasn't to be. And I've hit my wildcard button. So let me just show you my draft wildcard game week 17. Here it is. Palmer first in. I'm doing Palmer for Saka. It's done. It's a done deal. I've seen enough. Saka is a great asset. I'm an Arsenal fan. It pains me. But Palmer is different class. Like, this guy's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Like, I need him in my team. Simple as that. I need him. I did it. After that game, I hadn't done my wildcard yet. Game week 7, it's on. Here we go. And I really like it. I really like this team a lot. So I might tinker with that a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, you know, roast this in the chat if you want. The midfield's a little template, but I think Palmer is my differential massively in this. You know, Trent, Raya, Gabriel, Lewis. Like, there's nothing wrong with this team, is there? Good bench. Konza, Calvert-Lewin, Greaves. This is a concern, perhaps. Slicker. He's been with me since game week 1, and I'm keeping him till the end. Perma start Raya. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Who else is here? Tiggy. Tiggy's a ledge. FPL PZ, yes. Hello, good evening, PZ. One of the very first AlfPL supporters, PZ, is here. Great stuff. Niall, Roberto, doing things. Lewis, yes. Great stuff. Animations, good evening, Animations. Great to have you here. We can do a call-in, by the way, so I just want to put that out there. I've got a screen here. I'm going to bring it up on screen, right? £9 pot, okay? So £9 pot for this. I've got 3 FPL/Premier League related questions. If you get the questions right, you can win £9, or you can double it to the next person who attempts the quiz. The rules are simple. So if you fancy calling in, let me know. Just add it. Just pop it in the chat, and I'll send you the link to join via Twitter/X DM. I'll send you that link, and you can come on and have a go at the FPL Cashpot Quiz Bang, which is what I'm calling it. Also want to shout out to my AlfPL MVPs who are all on screen here. Some big names on this screen. These guys have been with me since the beginning. Love you all. I'll never forget you. We go together. This is it. This is us. This is my crew right here. Thank you all for all your help and your support. All right, let's just do some more. Actually, no, sorry. I was halfway through some teams, wasn't I? So let's just keep doing that. Gareth, Geddy FPL, the legend. Palmer saving my week. See you at 9 p.m. Yes. This is lovely. Yeah, Palmer, great. Don't worry about anything else. As long as you got Palmer, you're fine. I think I'm on 24 points. He's outscored me. Russell, legend. Love Russell. Phil Lip. FPL down from 14k. And I can't see it getting better with the remaining fixtures. Knew it'd be a bad game week after cheering for a Haaland blank, believing I captained Saka, only to realise I captained Haaland. Oops. It's not the end of the world. Like, Saka didn't do much, did he? I also captained Saka, 10-pointer. I don't know where he got these bonus points from. Having said that, actually, I have I think I put it in memes. Okay, here we go. Right, I have news. This is why Saka got the points today. FPL Instinctive dropping truth bombs. Saka completed 6 crosses and created 4 big chances, made 8 key passes and had 8 successful dribbles, won 2 fouls and had 2 SONTs? Don't know what that means. And had a 90% pass completion rate. Since the bonus point system is designed to reward performances and not just goals and assists, Saka earning 3 BPs feels deserved. Fair enough. I take back what I said a minute ago. That is fair. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just three BPs. It's good because it just means, me going away from Haaland. It just justifies that. Yelena, I can't remember who you captained. Did you also do Saka today or did you do Haaland? Because you got Haaland in, didn't you? Let me know who you captained in the chat. Let's do that. Who's just pop into the chat who you captained and we'll have a quick look. Yeah, so Yelena's done Haaland. It's not the end of the world. I was really hoping that Saka would absolutely smash it today. Don did Salah. Amazing. That's awesome. Roberto, Haaland. Went Luis Diaz for Banjo. That sucks. Watkins for JM. Boom. I like that. I like that a lot. Yelena, I'm really pleased I wildcarded to get him in and removed Salah and Palmer in the process. I know that's so bad. I feel like I should play the violin. Should I play the violin for that? Am I allowed to do that? Here we go. I'm going to read out Yelena's chat here. Really pleased I wildcarded to get him in and removed Salah and Palmer in the process. This is why we play the game, guys. This is why we play the game. Thanks, Alf. That helps. I love this. I love this music. It's just so powerful. Okay, let's go back to some teams. If you're out there and you haven't given this a like, please do. And please do give it a subscribe. I go live every Saturday evening. I'm changing my times from 8 p.m. It was 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's now going to be 9 till 10 because I didn't realise that Steve-O and the crew went live at 8 p.m. and I didn't feel good about that. So that's going to be a thing going forward. I think Roberto's given me some props for doing that, which is nice. Roberto is also a true gent. If you don't already follow Roberto and the form is Temporary Podcast, make sure you do that. They are legends. Legends of the game. They're like 20 years old and they're like doing journalism and stuff at Lincoln University and just they've got a FPL YouTube channel already. Like those guys are going to be killing it for years to come and I love to see it. Ken, where it is 5 a.m. for him in Malaysia, my first ever official moderator. Wildcard 6 so far. Trossard kind of saved me. Yeah. Solanke to play. This isn't bad. You got Salah. Yeah. You just move on from this. It's not too much of a big deal, like Ken. Well done for also getting Trossard. That's awesome. FPL Fran followed me earlier, which is pretty crazy. We had a little chat. Just a very brief interaction. I told him that his tweet was going to feature on my stream, and he said thanks and enjoy the stream, and then gave me a follow. That's nice. Ged FPL. Looking forward to watching Alf live at 9. Yes, Ged. Let's have a look at this. 49 points. You're up to 4.3 mil. I mean, it's an incredible score and also quite clearly an incredible rank change. Sanchez, Gahey. Oh, you went Gahey. That's so nice. Salah captain. Jota. Yes, I got rid of Jota for Mbomo, so I don't mind that because Mbomo scored. So it's actually turned out to be quite a good move. I was really dreading that Liverpool game. And just to go back, I don't want to make this too much about me, but just to go back to my wildcard team, I'm just going to go Diaz, I think, going forward. Those Liverpool assets, though, man, like, they concern me. They got so many attacking options, like, they really concern me. I actually don't know if I'm going to go Diaz. I might move that out to someone else. But I've got him in because he's gone up to 8 mil. I think he'll rise again, so we'll see what happens there. But I think I might go without him. I don't like Liverpool. I need assets who are going to start and play at least 80 minutes. And I don't know if Luis Diaz is going to be that. I think that's going to rotate. They got Europe as well. It's concerning, man. Onions, my fave. 5 to play. Let's have a look here. Palmer. You Palmer owners, man. Hurts. Look at this knee jerk that I've done here as well. Like, look how knee jerky this is. I just saw what happened today and I just hit wildcard and got Palmer in. What? Palmer 25 points. Outrageous. 42 points. Yeah, it sickens me. Fantastic on Onions. I love it. What I love about Onions is that he changes his name every season. So he'll become Winter Onions soon. And then it'll become Spring Onions. And then Summer Onions. Repeat. Tiggy, thank you very much for tagging me in that. FPL Don, no Haaland still, but took Palmer out. That is awful, Don. I'm sorry to hear that. You did captain Salah, though. That's all right. You haven't got Haaland. I respect it. You got Solanke and Watkins to play. Nothing wrong with this. This is a good-looking team. I mean, I respect the non-Haalanders. I haven't got the minerals for that. But, yeah. Good stuff here. Way better than my team. Way better than my team. Oh, yes, Steve-O. That's very kind of you. Thank you, mate. Claire FPL, who is in the chat, who is here this evening. Yes, Claire. Claire is truly a goat of the FPL world. Game week 6 so far, I wasn't expecting much versus so many wildcarders. Oh, Claire, you queen. Look at this. 61 points. Oh my lord. And you've got Semenyo, Anana, and Duran to play. You have Duran. I'm so jealous. This is a great game week for Claire. You love to see it. If you would like to if you'd like me to bring up your team on screen on the stream, tag me in like Claire has here, and we will get into it. Let's do some more sad. Let's do this. I think we got up to Fran. Okay, we're gonna do FPL Stoop Tiger, who I believe is like, is it Stoop who's made Yelena? Is it Stoop who made the list, the C word list? And is Tom on that C word list? Is this the same guy? Because that's funny if so. C word list. I might start a C word list. Look at this. He's done. He's out. He's out. I might just reply. Are you actually retiring? I mean, I think I might retire. That's so bad, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, God, that's so bad. Like, Captain Haaland, 4-pointer. 20 points. I'm actually, like, close to this. Like, this is not far away from me. Like, what is this? What is this game week been about? I don't get it. Dan. FPL mate, he said something interesting. The average rank of the elite FPL managers is still in the millions this season. I've never seen anything like it. What do you think makes this season so different? And I think that this has been one of the best seasons we've had for a while. Legitimately, because I think it's got to do with the Haaland being 15 mil and Salah being 12.5, because you go for one or the other. And I think that has caused a massive swing. It's a season like no other. I can't remember a season quite like this. Absolutely crazy. FPL Pig, if you're on 35 points or less, I like you. Oh, Lord. It's been bad. It's been really, really bad for a lot of people. I've got to remember to follow people. FPL Matt W, 29 points, 31 off the bonus points so far, 1 to play. Wildcard sucks. How about you? Yeah, it's so bad, isn't it? So Matt went Fleck instead of Raya and got Havertz in. The Uncle Mo move, if you will. FPL Architect, truly a terrible wildcard so far. No Villa players tomorrow either. It's not looking good. This is from Luke. I've got to make sure I follow. Important to look at the positives in such an FPL week, guys. For example, due to all the flooding, you can probably launch your FPL-enabled device into a lake without leaving your house. Every cloud. You could do that. This is awful. The most diabolical lot of transfers to try and salvage my FPL season. Okay, I'm not quite sure what's happened here. Is this pre-deadline or is this what they're doing now? Because you're not transferring out Palmer. So I think this is what he just did. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Gabriel in, Palmer out, Gvardiol out. Yeah, this is bad. Raptor, features. I said in the Gameweek preview, Palmer has very limited goal threat this season. He took that personally. Yes, he did. Okay, that's the end of the violin song, so we move on to the next thing. So I'm actually just going to change that. Let's do that one. Okay, so I've got all sorts of like different music like set up, you know. By the way, I make the music. I'm just going to put that out there. Not the violin stuff. I found that, but the stuff you're listening to now, like I made this. Just saying. I can do lots of things. FPL memes. Let's do some of this because it was a good day. We're starting with Focal. Umbomo goal, nice. Palmer goal, Palmer again. Huge tweet. Absolutely massive. Palmer. I owned Cole Palmer for his 4 goals against Brighton. Love that. How does this guy do it? I need to get him. I need to understand him. I need to know what he looks like and what he sounds like. Does anyone know about FPL Marcin or Markin? I don't even know how to say his name. He's just such a mysterious character, just dropping these. He's just such a meme lord. Like, what do we do about this guy? I feel like he needs to be knighted or something. Like, do we start like a knighting thing in FPL? Like, maybe we should think about that. Like knighting people. Here he is again. FPL managers did Palmer to Saka this week. I feel like he's just got like a bucket full of memes that he just brings out. I've seen this one before for sure. I just realised the acronym for my midfield. I'm not going to say it because I get worried about getting into trouble with YouTube. So you can just read that. And I saw that and I thought, what a nice sentiment. You know? Sure. It's a good observation. Did he mean to do that? Shooting practice for Eze on Monday. Look at this. Eze is so bad, guys. It's not like something's happened. I think he's been Euro'd. I think he spent too much time with Gareth. He spent too much time with Gareth Southgate, and look at him. Look at this. The statistical rating, 6.9. How's that 6.9 for a number 10? Come on. FPL, mate, we really spent a whole week worrying about whether Raya would start only for him to concede 2 goals and drop a fat 1-pointer. This is FPL heritage. It has been one of those days, hasn't it? One of those weeks. Like, you've got to love the wildcarders. Like, the wildcarders this week. It's been unreal. Like, people getting rid of, like, Saka. Ah, Lord. Also, like, Salah's been really stinky, isn't he? I don't know how he's continuing to get points. But yeah, the Raya stuff was superb. Like, there's so much drama that happened with Raya, as I'm sure you guys all know. Like, we had like WhatsApp stuff going on, and like Twitter was blowing up. And he got a 1-pointer in the end. Like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's just ridiculous. FPL. Love it. Here he is again. All that rare drama for him to concede. Yes. Yes, indeed. FPL mode is featured quite a lot in this live show. So I want to give him some props. I don't know who he is. Do I recognize him? No, I don't. He's an FPL. Oh, right. Fantasy Football Scout. I just don't know anyone. I literally don't know anyone. This is good stuff, though. Look at this meme. Fantastic. This was me. Hit wildcard button for Game Week 7. Add Palmer. Chill. And I did it. That was 5 hours ago, and I've built my wildcard since. So, just to sum up, guys, I am on wildcard 7. For anyone who has joined a little bit later, this is my wildcard draft. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I might get rid of Diaz. And I'm also not sure about Lewis. I just feel a bit... We were chatting about Lewis on the FPL Juice show earlier, and I think I sort of convinced myself into getting him because Rodri's out. But I just have... there's a little bit of a question mark over him. I'm not sure if his minutes are all there. But if he plays next to Kovacic for the season, fantastic. But is he actually going to do that? I'm not quite sure. It's just hard to tell with Pep the madman. So yeah, there's my big news for the day. I've hit my wildcard button. Brentford in the opening 60 minutes of every game. Yeah, it's ridiculous. What are they up to? Also, the Spain team is outrageous. Let's just go from the beginning here. Xavi Alonso. Pedro? No, is that Pedro? Iniesta. Busquets. PK. Puyol. It's a crazy team. Xavi. What a crazy team this is. Torres, sure. Add him in. Ramos. Is this like the best international team of all time? I've forgotten this guy's name. Is it Pedri? No, because Pedri plays now. It's something like Didn't he play for Chelsea? What's his name? Who knows this person in the chat? Does anyone know who this guy is? David Villa, of course it is. There we go. I got to keep an eye on the chat. I've got the chat on screen, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. AlfPL. Such a pleasure to have you here. David Villa, yes it was. Of course it was. I knew that. It was right in my head, you know, when it's just there. Volo. Luis Diaz on wildcard. Yep. We talked about Saka. RIP FPL Analytics. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm going to give that a retweet. Ridiculous. What is happening? I need to change my screen, sorry. We are here. So RIP FPL Analytics. And also I didn't give Volo his props for this one. Yep, continue to send me your team. So Tiggy's just sent me theirs. Tiggy, how did you do on the FPL Juice prediction segment earlier? So I've got the scores here. I have no idea. Yelena, you have I believe you have the notes on this. So if you could give us a rundown of whether or not Sim or Tiggy are winning the prediction game, that would be fantastic if you could. And then we got a couple of more games coming up run through these real quick. This was a mad game. I really enjoyed it. It's been a really, actually just a crazy Prem day. This was nuts. Arsenal, loved that. Loved that. I really thought that was a big score for Arsenal today. It felt like last season that would have finished 2-2. And I said it today on FPL Juice. I'm going to say it again now. With Rodri being out for the season, I genuinely think Arsenal are going to win this year. And also, just on the 115, and I'm sorry if there are any Man City fans in the chat, like, I don't like Man City, like, whatsoever. So I'm just going to go in on this. I don't know what's going to happen with these charges. And I believe it's not actually going to happen this year, in this season. We're going to hear a verdict and they're going to get the consequences of those charges. But I think there is a chance that they will get done this year. And I think that essentially is more of a case for Arsenal winning the league. I think they're going to do it anyway. I think Arsenal are going to do it anyway. And when I say they, I say we. I'm an Arsenal fan. So I do believe that we are going to do it this year. But it might be with the help of the 115 charges. But either way, I think it's going to happen. I genuinely do think it's going to happen. They're just not as good. They're not as good. They're just missing something when Rodri's not on the pitch. Brentford West Ham, Bomo scored. Love that. Also, the Arsenal clean sheet just gone. People tripling up on Arsenal defence. Chelsea Brighton, what a mad game. If Cole Palmer had assisted in that game or got one more point, I think this is right, he would have got the record for the most FPL points scored in one game in the history of the game. But he didn't do it. Still though, Cole Palmer, like, give him the Ballon d'Or. Like, give that. He is different. This guy is a different class. He's different. Like, he's the type of England player that we need. Like, he does not care. He does not give a shit. Like, I think Sim said it on one of his shows. Like, he doesn't care about ethics. I think that's just a really good way of summing it up. Like, he doesn't care. He's not in his head about anything. He just wants to play football. He's amazing at it. Like, make him the England captain. Like, legit. I genuinely feel like Cole Palmer would be a fantastic England captain. Just go onto the pitch, not really giving a shit. Just kick the ball about, enjoy yourself, score some goals, free kick, sure. Give him penalties. Give him the England armband. I've seen enough. He is awesome. I can't believe Gareth, man. Gareth bottling the Cole Palmer stuff at the Euros. Someone tell me, am I crazy for saying this? And this is coming from an Arsenal fan. Would you play Palmer instead of Saka at this point for England? I know that there's the whole team thing that we've got to think about here, but I'm just wondering, like, I think Palmer might be the first on the team sheet for me. Just, like, build the team around him. He's different. He's a different club. We've not seen, in my opinion, we've not seen a player like this for a long, long time. Anyway, enough Palmer. Loving. Everton finally won. Maybe they're not getting relegated. Probably are getting relegated. Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 1. I got my Anderson clean sheet for that, which was amazing. Anderson being the weirdest pick I've ever done in my life. Let me show you how this went down. Anderson, 8-pointer. He got bonus points as well. I got him in as a Crystal Palace asset because I thought it'd be a good move. And then a week later, he went to Fulham and didn't play for like 2 game weeks. And now he's got 8 points. Love it. Sure, you take that. Liverpool Wolves was a bit of a non-game. We thought Wolves were going to be playing their kids, and they didn't. They actually played a pretty decent team, and they looked all right in the end, I thought. We expected a bit more from Liverpool, didn't we? I've got Trent as well. I know that FPL Noble Gent captain Trent, and I was thinking about doing the same thing. I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been a bit of a disaster. Anyway, sorry, I've completely digressed there, haven't I? Because Tiggy sent me... And also, just before we get to Tiggy's team, I'm just going to see if Yelena's got those Results. I think Sim is leading by 1 from Yelena. There we go. Boom. Holy smokes. You've got Hermansen. 13 saves. How many points did he get in the end? That's nuts. That is such a good pick. Why did you go for him, Tiggy? Like, that is... Oh, sorry. I need to share the right screen. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm on Tiggy's team. And Tiggy has Hermansen. 4.5 mil. I like this team, you know. This is like just a mad lad team. Darwin? Vardy? Delap? This team is nuts. I love it. I love it. It's so different to... I don't think there is any player on the template here. You got McNeil. Didn't Souček score today as well? Kovacic? Ooh. Gameweek 7 wildcard team. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. I'm being such an idiot. Okay, so this is your wildcard team for Gameweek 7. Okay, I got you. The only thing I would say is, like, you don't want Darwin. Tiggy, this is my take, all right? I'm not an FPL expert, right? That's not my thing. I just enjoy playing the game and hanging out with people who also enjoy playing the game. Darwin is not your guy. I can safely say that. You don't want that guy in your team. Get Wood in. Get Wood over Darwin. He's like, Wood's on pens for Nottingham Forest. He'll do a job. Darwin's just too much. Like, it's too frustrating to watch him. He won't start. He'll get limited minutes. Darwin out, 100%. I don't mind the Vardy pick, but I was going to say, like, you might want to just think about getting some Liverpool attack that's not Darwin. So, like, Jota, Diaz, Salah, one of those three over Darwin. And get Wood in over Darwin. So change a midfielder for a Liverpool midfielder. Take Darwin out. I like the rest of it. It's very different to any team I've probably ever seen this season, and I respect it. Oh, it will be template. I'm just like losing my shit, aren't I? I'm sorry. I need to read things. Okay, so it will be template. You've just gone for price changes. Fair enough. Love it. Oh yeah, so the FPL, I've got a league actually. I've got a mini league if anyone wants to join it. The winner gets 50 quid and you don't have to pay anything or blah blah blah. Look at all these red arrows. FPL mini league. I believe this is the code. Is that right? Is that how it works? If you want to join my mini league, the code is 488602. The winner will get 50 quid. And let's have a quick look here, shall we? James Howley, if you're out there, props. I am all the way down here. It's not looking good for me. But it's all good. I think it's going to be fine. Game week 7. Wildcard game week 7. Not a problemo. Thanks, Ishkar. That's fantastic. Let's do some more bookmarks. I think we might have some more sad to get through. No, we did them all. Fantastic. All right, let's do some glory. Let's do some glory. Here we go. Here are the Palmer owners. M7 Palmer on fire. Love to see it. Yes. Lots of Palmer owners just bragging about 48 points. Andy's son, FPL Andy, let's talk FPL. His son triple captained Palmer today. Triple captained Palmer. So let's just have a quick think about that. So it's 24 points. 72 points that kid's got for triple captaining Palmer today. That is ridiculous. Saka with 3 bonus points with 0 returns. I like that though. It's pretty cool. I like that. I was a bit weirded out by the whole thing. I was thinking this is rigged or something, or like FPL Towers, they've just captained Saka or something. But you know, all that whole thing, like conspiracy. But actually, I'm into it. If it's the case that he did actually have a really good game and he was doing things, then fair play to him. I'll take those bonus points. I'll take that 10 points. Santa Claus. FPL has been treating me well today. 67 points. Let's break this down. Raya, okay, defense not great. Palmer, yep. Mbomo, yep. Salah captain. Saka 5 points. It's just it's 4 players. It's 4 players. This is why you just can't get disheartened. Like, you're going to have a game week like this where you've got like 4 players that have done it for you. Well, hello there, McNeil and Palmer. Ridiculous. I've got to make sure that I follow these people. FPL Boys. Oh, Rafiki. Yeah, this guy subbed to my channel earlier. If anyone wants to do that, absolute legend that is Rafiki. Let's have a look at some memes. I actually think we're done. We're done, guys. We are done with all of the bookmarks. We are done with the teams. If anyone wants to send me their team, do that. And if anyone wants to have a go at the chat, at the quiz, we can absolutely do that as well. I'm just going to bring up the chat and I'll see if anyone wants to join and have a go at winning £9 on the chat. Here we go. I've got it on screen. Is there anyone out there who fancies joining? No callers today from Dubois. Yeah, I think Ken was actually up for joining and he couldn't do it. Yeah, Discomfort. Kieran, you want to do it? Mate, are you in? I'll send you... I'm going to assume that you're in. And I'm going to send you a link to join the stream on your Twitter. And me and Kieran chat all the time, so it shouldn't take me too long to find him here. And if you don't already, make sure you give FPL Kieran and Shane some love. Their podcast is called The Double Pivot. Type in double pivot FPL and you'll get their podcast. Make sure you subscribe to it because they've just started out and they're doing fantastic things. Kieran, I've sent you the link. And I've got the... I actually just need to get some questions up real quick. So we're just going to wait for Kieran to join. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday evening. And thank you so much for taking the time out to come and say hi here to me. I am just going to try and find some quiz questions whilst we're waiting for Kieran. Whilst we're waiting here, just slip your scores into the chat. If you want to brag about your scores, do that. Deleted user, I have 9 points. I love that. 50 points. Fantastic as well. Okay, Kieran, we're ready for you. Whenever you're ready. Kieran, it's in your Twitter X messages. It looks like you haven't quite seen it yet. Banjo 65, Claire 61, Niall 29. Better than me, Niall. I'm on 24. I'm on 24 points. How bad is that? Oh, yeah, I got some pretty good questions here. Where is Kieran? We wondered to ourselves. He's still not seen my chat yet in the DMs. Oh, here he comes. Kieran.
Hello, hello.
How the devil are you, my friend?
I'm good. I've just come back from seeing family. So,
that's lovely. What do you guys do?
I'm looking at buying a house a little bit closer to them. So
that's cool.
Viewing a house that, I'll be putting an offer in on Monday. Good time.
That's lovely, man. Whereabouts are you going to be looking? Is it like sort of... I don't even know where you're based. Are you London area?
Yeah, I'm London area. So I actually grew up round the corner from where FPL Juice is. That's my old...
Oh, cool. Mill Hill. Right.
Yeah,
the home of FPL.
Exactly. And now I'm based in about 2 minutes away from the stadium, the Emirates. So I'm in Holloway. So I can literally hear Arsenal games from my...
That's amazing. Mate, I'm an angel.
Oh, we definitely need to get a drink.
I agree. We should definitely do that. We're going to do that. And then we can start our podcast and take over the world.
There we are.
I was thinking about... Do you know about the Tom and me beef? Do you know about the Tom and me beef?
I could do with refreshing my memory.
Well, that's fine. So Tom and I just keep having like beefs with each other. Tom from Juice. By the way, my camera is being really weird. Yeah, so I was thinking about starting a sort of like podcast with him where it would be when one of us like has a bad game week or like gets the least amount of points, we have to do a forfeit. That's the idea of it. Nice. But you know, stay tuned on that. But what I'm saying is that I'm always open to doing like podcasts and stuff. So if you ever want to chat about that, hit me up. Yeah, we'll have a coffee. We'll have a drink or a coffee or whatever.
Well, there we are. I think Shane and I are aiming to get you on as soon as possible, aren't we?
I love that,
we tried to get you on last minute because, I let him know that I really hadn't watched much of the football at all. And I love Shane, but every game we go, so this one, what do you think?
Yeah, I love that.
I'm like, lead me. Give me a lead into it.
So you guys were like, let's get Alf on. Let's just get Alf on.
Well, do you know what the thing is? I love our podcast. I love what we do where our goal, I'm someone who, the tactics of the game is what I love. The way that managers set up for different opposition, the way that they could win the game. Not the way that they will, but as in like, how do they get at them? How do they get round a low block? Who's going to do it? And there's someone we follow on Twitter called Mark R Stats who puts the best visualizations I've ever seen that instead of it just being stats, it will show the passing network, but you'll see like Man City being right round the defence. You're like, right, that's
the
exactly what I saw. Yeah. Exactly. And it's those representations where you're like, what I saw is what I thought I did. And yes, Gavardio was the most furthest forward out of all of them. So it's all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
So he always goes at it pure eye test, and then I'll go, here it is. Like, this is exactly what you were saying without us chatting beforehand. But we realise that takes about 10 minutes per game.
Yeah.
And there's 10 games each week. And that's before you even go, so what do you think about this week? And we get to that point and go, 2-1, 1-0, 3, like, just quickly. Wait, the past isn't the value. The present is.
I love that. So that obviously, you're obviously like taking it quite seriously with like the management stuff. So I got a question for you around Rico Lewis. Based on what you've seen, because he's obviously on everyone's team and stuff and everyone's talking about him. Based on what you've seen, do you think that he will be a starter for Man City going forward? But now that Rodri's out,
I think today kind of showed more often than most people expected, because I heard a few people mentioning, and LR Late Riser mentioned it on the FPL Wire, that he had a conversation with Luke who kind of highlighted that Walker's better for the 1v1 against pacey wingers. So you want him right back for that. But you want Lewis for all of the easier games. So Newcastle was, a pacey winger. So Walker played. But then Lewis played in midfield. And I think that was the moment where it's like, right, so in those games he can also be in midfield. It's not that he misses out. So yeah, I like him. I think he's one of those players who I got him on my wild card because of the fact that if it works out, I think everyone will need to get to him. Yeah. But if it doesn't, he's more expensive than every 4.5. So you're like buying any 4.5 now.
Yeah, that's it. You kind of bank that money, right, for someone else. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
And how'd you do this week? How are you doing this week?
yeah. Bench McNeil.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, I was on Roberto's podcast earlier in the week. I was fortunate enough to be on there, and my first differential was McNeil, and I went, particularly for this game. I don't know what happened between that podcast and me, guys in my team. I know what happened. I've got Evan Nilsson and Semenyo still to play. So it was one of those where, like, you look at all of the other names, your Sakas, your Haalands, who else do I even have? Mbumo.
Yeah.
Like,
because you wildcarded 6.
I did, I wildcarded this week. And look, the team's.
So you got Diaz, I'm assuming. You got Liverpool midfield.
No. I went Soboslai. So that moment was that open goal miss or that great save, whatever way you want to paint it, was kind of my hopes of a green arrow on a wild card. At that moment, you go.
Yeah.
And that was it. I went, the way that Liverpool will score and break them down is getting the ball into the middle, and Soboslai could be there. And that was exactly it. And then he, didn't score. And then basically didn't play the rest of the game. It's one of those where, thankfully on FPL, on live FPL, I've done so many transfers on my wildcard, it doesn't show what my original team was.
Yeah.
So it doesn't show that I transferred Palmer out.
Oh, man. Mate, Yellen is in the same boat. There's a lot of, Palmer hurt out there. I'm just getting him into my... So I'm wildcarding 7. So, I'm getting him in for my team this week. So, yeah. Anyway, man, are you ready for this quiz?
Let's do it.
So, do you know the rules, right? So, £9. We're up to £9. If you don't get them right, we add £1. Cool. If you do win, you can choose to take the £9, or you can double it for the next person who attempts the quiz. All right. Let's get into it. So, I've got 3 questions for you related to the Premier League. The first question: which team has won the Premier League 13 times?
Man United.
That is correct. Okay, second question for you. Which 3... Actually, I'm going to do this one last. No, I'll do this one now, actually. Let's do it now. Which 3 players won the 2018-19 Premier League Golden Boot after scoring 22 goals each? 3 players, 22 goals each. Who are they?
So that was Sadio Mane, Salah,
correct.
Van Persie.
Oh, you're so close, man. I'm sorry, it's not.
I went wrong Arsenal, didn't I? What have I...
You know what? You can have another guess. Let's do it.
Yeah, I know, but now my mind's gone blank there because I just completely...
So you got Mane.
I know who it was.
You got Mane. You got Salah.
I know, and then it's really embarrassing when the Arsenal one completely blanks in your mind, isn't it? It's one of those that you know when you know it. And as I said, Van Persie, I went, no, wrong, no. And then now I'm going through who all of our goal scorers were at that period. What am I doing? Why did I jump onto this when I've had a busy day, Alf? It was worse when I was on Roberto's stream, although I will say he asked one question where it went, what unique record does this player have? And named a player I've never heard of before. And it turned out it was a player that's had the most Premier League games without winning.
Right.
He's played 17 times. You're like, no idea. Right, sorry, I am stalling here. Right, what was the season again?
2018, 2019. You need it's one more player.
Yeah, I know.
22 goals.
And it's an Arsenal player.
I'm not saying.
Who equalled it in 18-19?
That's crazy as well, the fact that 3 Golden Boot winners.
Yeah. They all shared it. Wasn't it the final day as well? I think one of them equalised it.
Yeah, that's right.
1819, 6 years ago. The person I'm thinking makes sense, but it also is a stupid answer, Al. Look, the good news is the money, let's just say an answer, and then the money can roll over to the next person.
Money's rolling over. It is Aubameyang.
Alexis. There we are. I knew it.
Yeah.
Why did
and
I
also the biggest troll. It's the biggest Arsenal troll.
Right, no, but also, why did I've just removed him from my memory. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like, look, there's Arshavin behind me. He'll never leave. And just a random one to throw out there. That's my legal middle name.
Is that right?
Yeah, so quick story before I jump off and let you continue on the stream. But I was at uni. England didn't make the Euros. And as you do with a few drinks, out with a few friends, I went, I'm Russian. And they went, you're not. There's nothing about you that Russian. Your dad's from Ireland and your mum's from Essex. Like, yeah, true. So we agreed that I would become Russian if I, by default, changed my middle name to a Russian name. It cost £12 at the time. You don't have to put it on legal documents. And my housemate, who was a Spurs fan, bet me 200 quid that I wouldn't put it on all of my final year exam papers. Easy money, no problem. So, names out of a hat, pulled out Andre Arshavin. They went, oh, Andre, that's easy. I went, nah, we're going with Arshavin. No idea who he was was playing for Zenit at the time. And I went out and bought an Arsenal shirt and put it on the back and put my favourite number on the back, which was 23.
No way.
Yep. And the funnier part of it all is I tried to buy out with a bet from my housemate because he was linked with Spurs 2 weeks before he signed for us.
What?
Yeah.
Did he get the 23 number at Arsenal?
Yep.
Oh,
I was
what,
in there.
man?
So
That's
this is
weird.
from my best mate who basically got it signed for me.
That is so crazy.
Yeah,
that warrants a tattoo.
You
need to get a 23 tattoo somewhere for that.
I sent him so many letters in the hope that he might acknowledge me. He didn't, because at the time I don't know if you remember, he had his Ask Arshavin Facebook or something, and he was the
AMA.
funniest, and he would respond to everything.
Yeah,
all the time, and he'd never respond to that. I'm like, I changed my name to you. He's probably stop begging it, weirdo.
Yeah.
But he was.
Oh no, he saw it and was like, I got to move on.
Yeah, all of the people that advised him were like, do not engage with this guy. This is a stalker. We have read about this.
Yeah,
do not
100%.
even give him any hope. I was the inspiration for Baby Reindeer with Andre Arshavin, basically.
Yeah, what a show.
Right, anyway,
Kieran, mate,
I've
it's such a pleasure to speak to you, mate. Yeah, and invite me to your pod. I will do that, 100%. I'll be there in a heartbeat.
We'll get you on then, mate. Look, I'm going to tune back in, and thank you for having me on to embarrass myself.
Lots of love. Speak soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, that is how we do it. So we have the capabilities, guys. We have the capabilities to call in. You can have a go at the. I keep forgetting what I've called it. It's called the FPL Cashpot Quiz Bang. It's going up to £10 now. We're going up to £10, and I'm going to very quickly do that right now on the stream. So I'm going to do £10. Here we go. I can actually hear our baby boy, 7-month-old Arthur, is having a bit of a cry. It's 10 p.m. I should probably go and make sure my family are all right. I just want to thank everyone. Thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. Thank you for Kieran for calling in. Thank you to my FPL MVPs who are on screen right now. Lots of love to you all. I go live every Saturday. I do street interview content for FPL on Thursday evenings. If you haven't already, give it a subscribe. I'm here to stay. We're just getting started. And I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's taken the time to join this evening. Love you all. And I'll see you on the next one. And remember, FPL is not a substitute for a warm life. Peace out.